Imagine the depths of the ocean, where creatures evolve in the most mysterious ways. Right now, deep-sea animals are transforming, developing into some of the most bizarre and frightening beings. Take a look at this squid from shallow waters, and now compare it to its deep-sea cousin. Despite being the same species, the deep-sea squid has evolved into a vampire-like creature. Why? The harsh conditions of the deep ocean force these animals to adapt in ways that are both fascinating and terrifying. But it's not just about survival. Some of these creatures have evolved into forms that are outright weird. In this exploration, we'll delve into the strange world of deep-sea evolution and uncover the secrets behind these unusual transformations. To survive in the deep sea, creatures must evolve into forms that seem terrifying and strange to us. For example, consider the sarcastic fringehead, a fish that looks relatively small and harmless. However, when it opens its mouth, it transforms into a creature that can appear menacing enough to scare away potential threats. This dramatic change in appearance is a survival tactic, helping the fringehead protect its territory and deter predators. The deep sea is an extremely harsh environment with high pressure, low temperatures, and complete darkness. In these conditions, survival strategies often involve becoming more intimidating to both predators and prey. Some species develop bioluminescent features, producing light to attract prey or communicate. Others, like the deep-sea vampire squid, evolve to look and behave in ways that help them thrive in such a challenging habitat. These adaptations are not just about being scary. They are essential for finding food, reproducing, and avoiding predators in the deep sea's vast and dark expanses. In 2018, a team of Australian researchers made a fascinating discovery while exploring the Antarctic deep sea. Using underwater cameras to find fishing spots, they encountered what looked like a headless chicken floating in the water. This bizarre sight turned out to be a deep-sea sea cucumber, which appeared so strange that it initially confused the researchers. According to an article by the BBC, the headless chickenfish is a prime example of how creatures adapt to the deep sea. This sea cucumber has evolved to survive in the cold, dark waters of the Antarctic. It has a unique body structure that allows it to float and move efficiently in search of food. The researchers identified it by its gelatinous body and single opening through which it breathes, eats, and excretes. Such adaptations are crucial for survival in the deep sea, where food is scarce and conditions are extreme. Genetic mutations play a significant role in the evolution of deep-sea creatures. A study conducted by researchers on Mexican tetrafish revealed interesting insights into how these mutations work. These fish, which once lived in shallow waters, moved to deep-sea caves millions of years ago. Over time, they lost their eyesight and developed other senses to navigate and find food in the dark. The research highlighted the role of the ASP90 protein in causing these mutations. By manipulating this protein in shallow water tetras, researchers observed changes in the fish's eyes, with some becoming larger and others losing their eyes entirely. This experiment confirmed that the ASP90 protein is a key factor in how deep-sea creatures adapt to their environment. Such genetic changes allow these animals to survive by enhancing senses that are more useful in the dark depths of the ocean. The deep sea harbors some of the most peculiar and fearsome creatures on Earth. Among these is the giant crab, known for its impressive size and formidable appearance. These crabs can grow to be remarkably large, with legs that extend several feet, enhancing their intimidating presence. This adaptation is not merely for show. It serves a critical purpose in their survival. The long legs of the giant crab enable it to navigate the rugged terrain of the ocean floor efficiently and capture prey with greater ease. This physical adaptation provides a significant advantage in the deep sea, where food sources are scarce and competition is fierce. Another intriguing example is the deep-sea eel, which has evolved significantly different survival strategies compared to its shallow water relatives. While shallow water eels might rely on electric currents to ward off predators, deep-sea eels have developed sharp, backward-facing teeth that line their throats. This adaptation ensures that any prey captured cannot escape, which is vital in an environment where each meal is precious. The deep-sea eel's teeth act like a natural trap, preventing the escape of captured prey and ensuring that the eel maximizes its intake of nutrients. Such adaptations highlight the intense evolutionary pressures that deep-sea creatures face, leading to their often bizarre and frightening appearances. Deep-sea creatures often appear terrifying to us primarily because they are unknown and unfamiliar. Human fear is fundamentally linked to the unknown. We fear what we do not understand. The deep sea, one of the least explored environments on our planet, is full of mysteries. The creatures that inhabit this dark and pressure-filled world are adapted to conditions far removed from our everyday experiences, making them seem alien and frightening. This fear is compounded by the extreme adaptations these creatures have developed. Features like bioluminescence, enormous size, and unusual body shapes are not just survival mechanisms but also elements that contribute to their eerie appearance. When we encounter these creatures either through images or rare sightings, our immediate reaction is often fear or revulsion, because they challenge our perceptions of normalcy and familiarity. However, repeated exposure to these deep-sea beings can mitigate our fear. As we learn more about them and see them more frequently, they become less mysterious and less frightening. This phenomenon is similar to how a person dressed in a frightening costume might scare us in a dark alley, but not in a well-lit, familiar setting. The fear is not inherently about the creature itself, but about the unknown environment it represents. Understanding the deep sea and its inhabitants reduces this fear, making these creatures appear more like fascinating subjects of study rather than nightmarish monsters. The mysterious evolution of deep-sea creatures is a fascinating topic that reveals how life adapts to survive in extreme environments. From the terrifying vampire squid to the bizarre headless chicken fish, these creatures have developed unique adaptations that allow them to thrive in the harsh conditions of the deep ocean. Genetic mutations and environmental pressures play crucial roles in shaping these adaptations, making each species uniquely suited to its habitat. Understanding these creatures and their evolution helps us appreciate the diversity of life on Earth and the incredible ways in which organisms can adapt to survive. By studying these deep-sea animals, we can learn more about the processes of evolution and the resilience of life in even the most inhospitable places.